Dr. Kerala Poor was selected as the 2025 Northern Science Award and Centenary Medal winner in recognition of her exceptional scientific leadership and community-partnered scholarship in freshwater lake monitoring in Canada's Arctic and subarctic regions. Dr. Kerala Poor is an Associate Prof. Today, the Joint Chiefs of James Smith Cree Nation No. 370, Chief Calvin Sanderson of Chakastapasan, Chief Kirby Constant of James Smith, and Chief Robert Head of Peter Chapman, and the Honourable Rebecca Alty, Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations, announced a $713.8 million settlement agreement for A. Today, the Honourable Marjorie Michel, Minister of Health, announced amendments to the regulations for precursor chemicals and drug manufacturing equipment under the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act. These actions further strengthen Canada's controls of precursor chemicals and equipment that can be. Fisheries and Oceans Canada recognizes that the American eel is culturally and spiritually important for many Indigenous communities in Atlantic Canada, Quebec, and Ontario, and that it also supports valuable fisheries on the East Coast. Under the Fisheries Act, the Government of Canada will Sweet v. HMK class action suit proposed settlement. The Government of Canada, like every other government and private sector organization in the world, faces ongoing and persistent cyber threats. In August 2020, the Government of Canada took action in response to credential stuffing attacks mounted. Disruptive trade patterns are bringing uncertainty to sectors across Canada and impacting businesses' longer-term planning and operations. The diamond sector, a centerpiece of the Northwest Territories economy, employing over 1,000 Northerners and contributing close to 20% of territorial GDP. The project will create a 10-acre naturalized stormwater pond that mimics prairie wetlands by filtering water, absorbing carbon, and reducing pollution, while increasing stormwater storage to help prevent overland flooding during heavy rain events. Alongside these flood mitigation benefits, the project. Today, the Honourable Julie Debrusson, Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Nature and Minister responsible for the Canada Water Agency, announced over $4.5 million in funding for 39 new freshwater projects. This includes 34 projects under the Eco Action Program and 5 projects under the Fraser. To that end, Sean Casey, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defence and Member of Parliament for Charlottetown, and the Honourable Zach Bell, Minister of Fisheries, Tourism, Sport and Culture, announced joint funding of more than $8.60 million. The Honourable Shafkat Ali, President of the Treasury Board, made the following statement today: the Government of Canada is committed to ensuring that the Federal Public Service Pension Plan remains well managed and sustainable, and fully guaranteed by the Government of Canada. As a result of STRO, Environment and Climate Change Canada enforcement officers strive to ensure that businesses and the public comply with the acts and regulations designed to protect Canada's natural environment. The offence relates to a failure to comply with an Environmental Protection Compliance Order, which require the Honourable Eleanor Olszewski, Minister of Emergency Management and Community Resilience and Minister responsible for Prairies Economic Development Canada, will announce federal funding to enable an Alberta business to grow. Minister Olszewski will be joined by Jesse Klimak, President of Cordi. FedNor funding to boost economic development and help business scale up, modernize operations and expand into new markets today. Pauline Rockeford, Parliamentary Secretary to the Secretary of State, and Member of Parliament for Nipissing-Temiskaming, announced FedNor funding totaling $4,929,180 FO. Today, Pauline Rockeford, Parliamentary Secretary to the Secretary of State, and Member of Parliament for Nipissing-Temiskaming, announced Government of Canada investments totaling $4,929,180 for 6 projects that will accelerate economic and business growth in Temiskaming Shores and Communities A. In 2025, Canada faced persistent droughts, powerful thunderstorms, snow and ice storms, scorching heat, and intense wildfires. Environment and Climate Change Canada meteorologists have chosen and ranked the top 10 weather stories of the year based on severity, human and economic impact, the extent O. Our audiovisual industry is a powerful economic engine. Its influence at home and abroad is essential to telling our stories, protecting our sovereignty and building a strong Canada. At a time of rapid technological advancements and a globalized digital marketplace, the Government of Canada is more. York Region is a vital driver of the local economy, serving as Ontario's third-largest business hub with over 56,000 businesses, fostering innovation through its diverse entrepreneurial community. By supporting the growth of homegrown companies, the Government of Canada is helping regions, like York. The Government of Canada is committed to mobilizing public and private capital to promote investment in sustainability, as part of the transition to net zero. Budget 2025 reconfirmed the government's support for the arm's-length development of Made in Canada Sustainable Investment Guidelines, also K. December 18, 2025, Ottawa, Veterans Affairs Canada. The Government of Canada remains steadfast in the unwavering commitment to honor and support our country's veterans, including those who have served during times of war, armed conflict, and peace. A pillar of this commitment is the timely and Government of Canada supports trail upgrades for improved safety, accessibility, climate resilience. Visitors are drawn to rural communities in Atlantic Canada throughout the year to create unforgettable memories while exploring its distinctive landscapes and enjoying a variety of outdoor experiences. NL's film and television industry celebrates $1 billion in production and continued federal support. Atlantic Canadian film and television are reaching new heights, with Picture NL recently celebrating $1 billion in production activity. Building on this momentum, the Government of Canada is investing. The Government of Canada continues to advance preparations for the FIFA World Cup 26, a one-of-a-kind event that will bring the world together through sport and generate lasting benefits for communities across the country. Over the few past weeks, the Honourable Adam Van Koeverden, Secretary of STA,